all safe and well. I like to clean, well, you probably see that anyway, but I do like to give the shed a good clean about once a week. Reason being, it gives me a good opportunity to check the kit, make sure it's all alright, to grease anything that needs greasing. Do you know what I mean? It's just because I've got hobbyist stuff here as a rule. You've got to look after the stuff, so, you know, I like to do that. Plus, it's nice to come into a shed in the morning that's clean. It gives you a bit of motivation, especially if you're struggling with that. So, there we are. So anyway, that's that out of the way. I thought I'd give you a little update on the folders. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you obviously know all this anyway. But if you don't, consider following. You might enjoy it. You never know. So come and have a look at these, and then we'll chat about what I'm in the mood for doing next. I'm in the mood for a bit of fun time. I want to do something a bit. Well, I'll show you. Come and have a look. Right. Folders. Started. They're getting to kind of a finished stage now. I'll show you where I am with them, because you might find this interesting. You never know. Right, so this is a rough one. So I dry fit everything together about 14,000 times just to make sure it fits. As you can see, this one rides right up, and these will all be just based on friction. I want to make them legal. I think I've said that before. I don't want them to be illegal. So it's a pocket knife, and everyone should have the right to carry a pocket knife, I think, you know, especially in the countryside. So you can see where I am with that one. So that's a rosewood one. Now this is a U one. I've got to be honest, I love this one. So you can see I've moved on slightly. It's not finished by any stretch of imagination, but I've got my stop pin there, so it now stops in position where it should do, and it works literally just on a bit of friction. Now that's just on friction and the use of like the little types of washers I use in there, which will always give it a bit of friction. And as you can see, I haven't done the blade or anything yet on that. So, but that's that stage now. So the next stage for that one will be to do the putting edge on the blade, to tidy it all up, clean up all this, make it all nice and mint and beautiful, and then it should be ready. And as if by magic, here's one I did earlier. Oh, I haven't said that for a long time. So this one is an antler. See, I'm doing like an M&S advert now. Can I say that? Indulge yourself with a antler-handled pocket knife made from the finest Exmoor stag. Well, you get the idea. So it's got my own pin. So anyway, this one is pretty much finished, and as you can see, got a nice little edge on it. Locks into position as well. It doesn't lock, but you know. But you know, a pocket knife it's usable. Razor sharp edge, and oh, lovely, isn't it? There you go. And that one, you know, it'll just fit in your pocket. That. Oh, lovely. So there we are. So they're all in varying stages, but hopefully by the end of the week, I should have them finished, I think. Now, the fun thing, which is what I want to do. Hang on. Let's keep this nice and raw, shall we? Right, I'm looking on eBay at the moment. Now, this has probably been done to death, but I've never done it, so I want to do it. I want myself a nice, decent-sized hammer. That'll probably do it. Maybe a little bit bigger, but I'll see. Maybe a £3 if I can. And I'm going to make a hatchet. Someone asked me about making an axe. Well, making that from scratch would be a nightmare for me, but I think about repurposing an old hammer, one that's maybe not any good. This one I like too much. So that's the plan. Hopefully that will be here this week, and then I'm gonna forge by hand all of it, hopefully without even using Franken press. I'm gonna forge myself a hatchet, and I figure, but yeah, it should be good size. You know, I mean, you think about that weight equating into a hatchet. I think it'd be spot on. What do you reckon? Any tips or ideas? Let me know. But it is a magic shed, so what could possibly go wrong? So there we are. And that's that. Right, so that's how it's taken down, and the reason I do this, a lot of you probably, I think we've covered this before, is so that I can place this on the drill, clamp these down, I can drill my holes through this, and obviously it's both the same. And then I just split this open again because there's only a bit of super glue holding it, flatten everything off, and the holes should fit, and then I can grind it to shape. Right, as you can see, it's important to get everything flat in all directions when you're drilling this, because if your hole's on an angle, you can imagine that when you go to put these together, it's going to be a pain in the backside. Nicely. Oh, let's try and get that out of the way for you. La 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 la. It's important to make sure that these are pretty much finished, the edges where it's going to be joining the blade when you glue it together, because obviously once you've glued this together onto the blade, it's very difficult to get into these. But if you notice, I'm leaving a texture because I want to, because I think it looks really, really cool. And with what I've done with the blade, I think it's going to look fantastic. So now it's just a case of splitting these apart. I'll then put the pins through for these into here like that, and then what I'll do is I'll just grind this roughly back to the shape of the blade just to save a bit of glue really, and then just glue it together. Right, as you can see, I've pretty much taken it down to shape now. You know, I've got plenty of room for thickness. But if you notice, I've left this high here, and that's because I've done file work inside. I want the resin to sit into these little grooves, so that when I grind it back, it's actually within the grooves, if that makes sense. So we'll glue this one up. Would you like a little tease of what this looks like? I bet you would. I've done like a camo design on this. Look at that. How is that going to match that? What do you reckon? There you go, guys. That's all clamped up. We shall leave that now till tomorrow. Give it about 24 hours normally. You don't need that long, but that's what I do. And then it's just a case of finishing it up and then making a sheath for it. So I hope you enjoyed that little insight today. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you want to comment, comment. And I'll see you soon. Bye.